Hello, everyone. Welcome to RJH Motorbike Training live video again. A little bit earlier than planned because I thought, we're opening up again next week, so get another video out there. Talk all things bike, lessons, CBT, direct access. Thought I'd get out there. Welcome to the channel. And let me just get that back, I think. That's better. Welcome to the channel, and please do remember to like the video, share the video, and subscribe to the channel. Comment away, please. All right. Now, my team have all got together since they knew I was doing this video, and they thought, try and catch him out. So, if I don't know the answer to anything, ladies and gents, I will get back after the video. I'll go back through it and listen to the questions, and I will type in the correct answers below. So there's my little disclaimer, just in case I get a tricky question, because I don't know everything. All right. And as I say, I want to talk about everything bike related, bike training related. But you know, if it goes off here, there, or everywhere, then that's not a problem. All right, because I've committed an hour and a half to this. So before I get on, the most important thing as well, I've got my glasses. I'm going to need them. I've got today, didn't have last time, pen, paper, and I've got my water. Okay, so only water. Can't have my coffee because hi Andy, hello Mike, Motorcycle Wild Camper, welcome, and Sylvia, welcome. Yeah, so only drinking water tonight. If I'm talking a little bit funny, it's because I got my second week of trays. I've got top and bottom trays because I'm having my teeth straightened. I've got these Invisaligns. So if I talk a bit funny, then you know, that's what it is anyway. So yeah, Sylvia, welcome. So all good news then. We're getting back to training on the 29th of March. That's a week on Monday. So any of you looking at getting your lessons, if you're anywhere in the country, have you got lessons planned? Hello, Lisa. Hello, Graham. The chief is back. Yeah, so have you got any lessons planned? Because big day, 29th of March. And we had about, I'd say about 150 pupils pre-lockdown on the books. So we've managed to allocate tests for all of those, and we have got a lot of tests going forward for new business coming through, so we're quite fortunate. But anybody out there that is training, getting back to it. I know about people messaging me that got me tests in April, May. And schools are starting to get back to it. Jason and Ed, Jed. There's a new one, Mr. Devereaux. Luke, how are you, mate? Luke was a pupil passed with us just about, I think, 2 years, or was it 3 years ago? Came up on my Instagram. But Luke was one of our featured riders. Oliver, who looks after all of our social media, he does a feature on a rider from the past. And Luke, the week before, I think it was Bradley, young Bradley. He might be on later, but it was Luke who was on last week. So if you want to have a look at Luke's feature, it's on our Facebook pages. Nice to see you, Luke. And Motorcycle Wild Camper. I feel sorry for all you trainers and students who were unable to take their tests and CBTs. Let's just hope there is no more lockdowns. Well, that's what we all want. It's been 2020, 11 weeks of lockdown, and 2021, 12 weeks of lockdown. That's nearly half a year. So, you know, it's a big bottleneck. And going forward, if you think the government's getting behind making it a greener environment, a safer environment, and the way that COVID's transmitted, they should have been encouraging bikes. And there's personally no reason why test centres couldn't have tested. They could test motorbikes in a COVID-friendly way. That's my view. but it's not my decision. What we got? Oliver, next one tomorrow. Next one tomorrow. Yeah, who is that? Or is it a secret? The next bike feature is tomorrow. So yeah, Luke Bradley, week 1, Luke week 2. And who was it? Do we know? Hit the nail on the head. Yes. So you're a biker then, are you? Well, yeah, you must be a biker. Motorcycle wild camper. What bike you riding, mate? So we got a bit of the team: Andy, Graham, Lisa, Sylvia. So anybody got any questions then? Anybody got any questions about the route to getting your motorbike license, whether it's CBT or A1, A2, DAS? Anybody got any questions? What you got to be then? 16 to ride a moped on the roads doing a CBT. CSV, yeah, we use those on the fleet. A CG 150. A CG 150. That's an old one, isn't it? That is an old one. So yeah, I've been first time I got on my bike yesterday for 3 months. Not been on my bike for 3 months, and took it out yesterday when I got some new tyres on it over at J&S in Oakmere. Booked it in, ride in, ride out. Oh, feels beautiful now. Nice new tyres, feels beautiful. So happy with that. What maintenance videos would people like to see? Yes, so we've got a few. We have got a playlist on our YouTube channel of maintenance, but what we've got tyres and stuff like that. But yeah, there's something we want to develop, Andy, and I think yeah, if you want to get hold of some of those, then you could do some if anybody's got any particular ones they want to watch. So what age? 16 for a CBT on the roads for a 50, 17 to ride a 125. Got to have a provisional license. CBT you have to do. Sylvia, yeah. Got any questions then, anybody? Have you any advice for someone who has had a bad experience? Well, we get a lot of people that have a bad experience at other schools, and it takes trust, and it takes patience, and it takes having your confidence built back up. And I have to say, we are very good at that. And if anybody is out there that has had a bad experience, it's a shame, because what we do as trainers has a knock-on effect to the bike manufacturers, the bike dealerships, and the whole industry is dependent on us, because we are the front line. We introduce people to that exciting world of motorcycling. We introduce them, and if we get it wrong, then the whole industry has lost somebody that could be doing 10, 20, 30, 40 years. So we are very good at building confidence. We're very good at teaching men and ladies of all ages, and we specialize in it. So good question, that, Oliver. If you had a bad experience anywhere, get on the phone, speak to Lisa, Charlie, book a taster, come and meet us. All right. I got a question about becoming a trainer. Is it 2 years after passing your test becoming a trainer? Or no, it is 3 years wild camper. And we have some workshops in Northwich next week, 29. Sylvia might be able to put the dates in a minute. We've got 3 evenings of workshops. We've got about 16 potential wannabe motorbike instructors. First thing, you've got to have a full license for 3 years. That could be a mixture of A2 or an A. So, you know, you can become a motorbike instructor at 21, 19, 20, 22. We've got to have a full license for 3. No, you can actually do it at 21, because you go A1, A2, A. So it could be a mixture. We've got to have a full license for 3 years, and need to be, you know, if you've got more than 6 points, I think you're going to struggle. So hopefully a clean license. But yeah, maybe come along if you're interested. Have a chat with us. We are always looking for good instructors, and we love training instructors. We love bringing trainers into the industry. Yeah, 3 years. Yeah. Andy, Sylvia, why do you recommend tasters? So tasters, anybody that wants to book a CBT that has never ridden a bike before, if they do a taster, they've got a better success rate of passing or completing CBT. We don't pass a CBT, we complete it. But anybody that is unsure and don't know whether it's for them, rather than a big investment, so £50 for a one-to-one, so £50 will get you 1 hour with an instructor on your own. You can get to meet us, see what we do, how we teach, what facilities we offer, what bikes we offer. You will not regret it. A taster session. We do over 300 taster sessions a year. We introduce a lot of people into biking through the taster. So people generally in the industry, CBT, yeah, just come along, get me ticket. It don't work like that. Taster, get to a level, book a CBT, because a CBT can be hard. It's a long, hard day, but it's enjoyable. You've got to be safe. Tasters work. Thanks. Good question, Sylvia. Cheers, Andy. Graham, been asked for a 16-year-old to do an AM license. Is that the same as a modern one? Yes, it is. So 16-year-olds can do a AM license. It is, Graham. Andy, no problem. I'm training as an instructor with Robin Gray. Yes, you are. Motorcycle, thank you. I passed my test 2003. So you're over 3 years. I had to 2 years send away from my license. I had to retake my test. Oh, I tell you, we get a load of those. Let the examiner take your license. If you're going on and you need it, make sure you leave a note. Get it done. Get your license sent. Can't tell. We have many, many people come back after or because they haven't sent the license after 2 years. You're not alone. Need to arrange. Yeah. So if you do want to come along and have a chat with us, give Charlie a call. Somebody will have his number, or ring Lisa on 07761756576 and speak to Lisa. Get booked up. It's hour slots. I think there might be a few spaces, but it's just an open. It's just tells you all about getting into instructing and what we can offer, because we do charge for it, but it's a good course. I was on voucher for tasting sessions. Money well spent. Yeah, Lisa, Charlie, good. Motorcycle, well, yeah, mate. Sure, I gave it to the instructors this time. Yes, let the instructor take it. Oliver H, if you could open up 3 new sites across the UK, where would you choose and why? Always looking. Northwest, we would like sites across the Northwest. Finding places to open generally isn't a big problem. Finding the right people and the right instructors, that's the challenge. But 3, yeah, well, where not? I think there's 83 counties in the country, is there? Could do with an RJH in every county. There we are, 83 across the country. Andy Davis, the advantage of letting them send it off for you is that you get a copy of the pass certificate. Yes. Please set one up in Lincoln. Not far away, Lincoln. Yeah, Lincoln's only up the road, isn't it? Lincoln is only up the road. Please set one up in Lincoln, yeah. You find anywhere for me over there, and we'll come and look and open up, get you qualified, and you can run an RJH in Lincoln. How's that? Sylvia would like to get another site under her belt. She's our multi-site test centre manager. I'm sure she'd like to get Lincoln under her belt as well. Oh, yeah, Oxford, yeah, Oxford, Swindon. Swindon's a good location. Oxford, Cheltenham, Gloucester, they've got test centres. It's a good area. Bristol's a good area. Lisa, 85 miles away is Lincoln. Yeah, it's up the road. Do that in a day. Yeah, quite happy to do that in a day. 85 miles on a bike. What qualities do you look for in an instructor or training instructors when hiring them? Oh, what qualities do we not look for? So you've got to be well presented. You've got to be patient. You've got to be passionate about motorbikes. You've got to be able to get on with anybody, any age, any race. You need to be multicultural, but get on with everybody. And you need to be, we're very fortunate. All of our instructors are good people. And, just stick an instructor on a pad with a couple of CBT pupils and you'll get to know a lot about their personalities, that's for sure. So many qualities, Graham, many qualities. Sylvia, a CBT renewal on my 5th or 6th renewal now. Would I have to go through the whole CBT again? Yes, you do. Any CBT renewal, you have to go through the syllabus. Five elements in a CBT, and you have to go through them. And you have to complete the 2 hours on the road on the last element. And unfortunately, that is one of the reasons many schools get closed down, is because they do cut corners. And the DVSA have closed a lot of schools down up and down the country because one of the biggest reasons is they cut short the 2 hours. So I've got somebody on a 5th CBT, take them out on the road. I still need to be on the road 2 hours with them. I know people do sign them off early, and that's what's happened. We've got in trouble. So we don't do that. We don't cut corners. We're always learning, always trying to be the best. So yeah, and there's talk of, can't do 2 CBTs or 3. Yeah, you can do as many as you want. We've had people do 7 or 8. There's nothing I've read that you can't not do CBTs like that. You can keep going until you can, till you're 70. Why not? A lot of bike schools around Oxford and Swindon, not like us, Andy, not like us, mate. So, got to be very handsome. Yes, bike instructors have to be handsome. And as you can see, I lead by example. Want my advice as someone currently training Graham Higgins? Want my advice as someone training Graham Higgins? Don't understand that, Andy. Eamon Alwan. Hi, Eamon. 40 years old. I moved to the UK not long ago. Been driving for 21 years and riding for 17. Well done. I've applied for a provisional license. What's next? Do I go through all the tests? Yeah, you're going to have to, mate. You've got to do a CBT, a theory, a module 1 and a module 2. But if you've got riding experience, now that can be a good thing. It can be a bad thing until we see you, because I know we get people that are riding 17 years from a different country. They come here and so because our standards are different. So when you get your license, give us a ring. We'll have a chat with you and talk you through the process. But yeah, you've got to do a CBT module, CBT theory, module 1 and a module 2. Whereabouts in the UK are you, Heyman? Come and see us, Graham Higgins. Yes, Andy, would be interesting. Cheers, Rob. Keen on a career change. Currently a D&T teacher. What's a D&T? Unless am I missing something? D&T teacher. What's the process for becoming a instructor for DAS, and what sort of income could one earn? Oh, well, big pro. Are you anywhere local to us, Graham? If you are, come along to one of the workshops next week. We've got 3 nights of workshops running. You get out of it what you put in. And I have got a video on my YouTube channel of the recruitment campaign for DAS instructors fully qualified. So have a look on there. Or if you want to give me an email address or something, Graham, I can get back to you afterwards. Just pop your email in there and I can type something out. But have a look on the YouTube channel, see if anything of that answers your questions. Eamon, at the minute, would you need to go straight into the correct if you want? Yeah. Graham Cook being. Andy wants to give Graham Higgins advice as he is on instructor training with you as present. I'm with you. Yeah, Andy. Yeah, good man. I got you now. I would say study instructor materials a lot. Yeah. Yeah, it's no quick fix. Once you get your qualification to be an instructor, you're there for years. It can take you years to become a good instructor. And I've been teaching now for 20 years. I've been 18 years RJH, but learning, I'm always learning. And I always learn from others. When I get a new instructor coming, I learn from that new instructor because I can see a different approach in a different way. And so I'm always learning. You never stop learning. Design and technology, that's the one. I got it. Thank you, Lisa. I see, I was a long time ago, I was at school. Muddy Harbour rider. Do you do advanced training? We do. We do advanced. We prepare you for any of the recognised tests, ROSPA, IAMs, and so on. We can get you ready for all of those. We do historically 4-day workshops to Scotland. But we can do something more local days. You wouldn't want to do less than a day, so do a day at a time. But yeah, we do advanced. So have a look on our website and you'll see what we can offer on there. Graham Cook, what type of licenses are there and what are the age restrictions? Well, do you want to type that below for me, Graham? But I've got AM16, A117, A219, A24, 16 50cc, 17125, A219, A24. But you can go for A if you've held you at A2 for 2 years. So in fact, you can actually do it for 21. But if you want to type it away down there below, Graham, go ahead, mate. But yeah, good questions. Good questions. We do Muddy Eamon. Thank you. Scotland. You're another one. We got a lot of followers in Scotland. Got a lot of followers in Scotland. Glad you like the videos. Well done. What's the steps to becoming an instructor? Now, Jason, you're meeting us next week. You're coming over to one of our workshops, and we can offer. What can we offer? 10-day workshop, down-trained license, Cardington CBT assessed, direct access. So we do the premium, or not the premium. We offer the platinum package, which is not short, well, £1,999. So it's £2,000 to get the full motorcycle into a CBT and direct access. That will cover it all. And people, oh, £2,000, £2,000. So we've done building blocks. We do building blocks, but get it done. Commit to it. Get it done. Go for the platinum. What that will enable you to do is get your full instructor badge, CBT and direct access. There's no quick fix. That can take 6 months, 12 months. You can't do it in a week or two. So that's a step. You've had your license for 3 years, Jason. I know that. So we'll talk more next week. Don't forget to bring Graham the chocolate hobnobs because he's in need of them. Sylvia, if I pass CBT on an automatic scooter, can I ride a geared bike? Yes, you can. That's the law. We don't recommend it because, you know, riding a geared bike's easy if you can ride one or if you're a natural. And a lot of people are not naturals. So, oh yeah, I can ride a geared bike, but I want to do it on a scooter. Yeah. So if you want to ride a geared bike, we would always recommend doing your CBT on a geared bike. Although the law is that you can pass your CBT, complete your CBT on automatic, and you can ride a geared. I don't agree with it. I don't agree with it at all, but I don't make up the law. Your videos helped me out a lot last year. Great. We got a lot. Graham's got a great module 1 mock test on Darwin Test Centre with the SV650, actually, yeah. But we've got them all broken down, all the exercises, module 1, a lot of videos on module 2. So glad to hear they help. That's what we do it for. That is what we do it for. What does the Rusty Rider back to biking package consist of? Right, well, that really is dependent on your ability. It's not one size fits all. It's generally speaking a 1-to-1. So you book in, you come along, we'll have a fleet of bikes, the little ones 125, the big ones 650s. have a bit of a chit chat with you. You know, some people come along, rusty rider, I've not been on a bike for 40 years. Right, okay, well, let's get you on a little 125. Let's have a look at you and build you up. It depends on you, but the whole thing is that you're learning. So you're going to go away having been through this learning, refreshing. It's all pitched at your level. But anybody that's not been on a bike for a while, Rusty Rider is for you. It's a few £100, but you know what cost you put on safety. Hobnobs, I'm not allowed. Yeah, go on. I saw him in your top box, Cookie. Don't call you a Cookie Monster for nothing. Sylvia, I recommend going for the full Platinum instructor course. Yeah, so Sylvia and Graham are both going back to Jason, I think Wild Camper, Motorcycle Wild Camper. Both Graham and Sylvia went through a 10-day course. Sylvia's just been with us 10 years. She did a 10-day course. She's running 2 sites for us now. She's living the dream. She's absolutely living the dream. So you get out what you put in. Get out what you put in. And, you know, going forward, 10, 20 years, I know everything's going electric and everything, but let me tell you, 2 wheels are going to become more popular. More and more people want to get on 2 wheels. More and more people want to get on 2 wheels. And they have done the last few years, but it's going to grow. It's going to explode. We are going to explode with more pupils and 2 wheels on the road. So, you know, it'll be a good, good few years to come. Graham's on his way to a 6-pack. Yeah, I know. I thought that today. I thought, well, yeah. I thought, hey, go on, lad. Graham Higgins, I heard that the instructor test centre at Cardington was going. Is this true? And would it make becoming a DAS instructor harder? Okay, Graham. So Cardington is the headquarters in Bedfordshire. And over the years, one of the big problems is, you know, people from Scotland are having to go down to Cardington for the 2-day CBT assessment. But they don't just do bikes, they do cars and all sorts. They started trialling, and it was in Chadderton, which is Manchester. Started trialing last year before the COVID, doing some CBT assessment 2 days. And so there are, I suppose, I don't know that it's going, but I know they were looking before COVID at offering it up and down at different places of the country rather than all in one down south. As far as the route to become an instructor, the qualification process, they were again looking at the CBT, the 2-day CBT assessment and the direct access assessment being combined into one. There was talk about that. Again, I've not got any dates or anything, but so things are possibly get back on track once we get back out of lockdown. Hope that answers your question, Graham. Beverly, hi Beverly. Should I go for? I'm 59, looking for a steady. I'm 6 foot tall, looking for a non-gender rider. You've got to go and sit on a few. I could tell you to go for this. He would tell you to go for that. They would tell you to go for that. You need to make your own decision. Listen to different people. Make your own decision. But go and sit on a few if you can. But a lot of people get the first bike, they change it within 12 months because it's not what they thought it was. So, there's not really anything other than that. Go and try and sit on a few is what I would say. Yeah, good. So a lot of interest in instructor training. Don't sit on the fence. I'm 59, looking for something steady. 6 foot tall and looking for a non-cramped riding position. 6 foot tall. Well, I'm not sitting on the fence. I'm just telling you an honest opinion. You can sit on a few. If you don't want anything cramped, don't go for a sports bike. Go for a adventure bike or a tourer bike. So that would be me not sitting on the fence. If I wanted to do my A license 42, but didn't need much in the way of training, how much would it cost? Depend. The smallest pack course that we offer would be the fast track. So fast track, we introduce people on the fast track that have got riding experience on bigger bikes and somebody that's maybe failed a test at another school. So fast track, look about £500-600, I think, something like that. You're not going to get through on much less than that. Test fees are £100. Theory test is £22, £122. You know, so you're not just going to go rock up to a school and get a DAS course for certainly anything under 500 quid, but we offer that budget fast track for experienced riders, I think £500 or £600. Our most popular course is intermediate, which is £899. You know, that's thorough. To get through the test, you need to show competence. But have a look on our website, and the different courses are there. But have a look at the fast track or the advanced course, which are the lower end price wise. And yeah, good. You're answering Beverly there. Adventure, yeah, 6'2", yeah. Keep them coming. Yeah, glad you like the videos, Beverly. Gotta go, ride safe. Nice to chat with you again, Motorcycle World Camper. All the best. Sylvia, Motorcycle World Camper, come to RJH, you can't go wrong. He could not go wrong, Sylvia. You're absolutely right. 6'7" and you're on a Suzuki Bandit 600. Oh, you've got BMW SR, so you got a few bikes. Hey, got more bikes than us. More videos are on the way. Yes, they are. Thanks, mate. Price doesn't sound bad at all. If you can ride, Piranha, if you can ride, we don't hang about. And all of our instructors, if you can ride, get on the bike. We don't prolong it. We don't hold you back to make more money. That's not what we're about. We want you to get through as quickly, as safely as possible. Be fair. We're all fair. That's all people want to be, is fair. Why do you need a driver record for CBT? Your license, because everything now, all the driver record is held by the DVLA. So our policy as a school is we need to see a printout or screenshot, or we need your national insurance number so we can access it online, because we need to make sure that your license shows us the categories that we want, and also that there are no endorsements that are going to affect your ability to ride. So it's very important, and it causes us delays in getting the group going if you don't bring the driver record. Quite astonishing here that some schools don't even look for the driver record. That's a scary thought. I've noticed the roads are not great here, especially around the countryside. What bike style would you recommend? Sports tourer, struggle with the potholes. Yeah, would an ADV better? Absolutely. Sports bikes now, and tourers aren't bad, I don't think, but adventure. I think the biggest growth area in the styles of bikes are the adventures, because if you think of a car, the Land Rover, the Range Rover, then think of the bikes as the adventures, because of the, they're made for the road conditions that the UK offer. Up to Scotland gets better, quieter and better. Find the roads better. Where are you from? Whereabouts are you from, Eamon? Did you say? You might have said earlier. I apologise if you did. But whereabouts are you from, mate? Sylvia, can I show you a screenshot of my license if I've lost it for the CBT? No, you can't. Again, I know schools that will, but we need to see your license. If you do not bring your license, you do not do your CBT. End of. It's all in our terms and conditions. And if you do turn up and you haven't got your license, you're not notified us, you will lose your fee. You'll need to pay again because somebody else could have had your slot. CBT is important stuff. It's important to get your documents in order. People panic at the last minute in the morning. Get it all in order. It makes our job a lot easier. It makes your job a lot easier. So preparation and organisation. Coming to your CBT with the right documents and wearing the right stuff. So don't turn up in shorts and T-shirts and flip-flops and tracksuit bottoms. Oh, God. Do you wear back armour in your jacket? Yes, I have back armour in my jacket. Most of us instructors will have back armour. think the jackets that we provide to pupils have basic back armor in. And if you've been looking, you can get back protectors separate, so you can get little strap-on back protectors. There is a statistic out there, I haven't got it, but there is a statistic about the percentage of motorcyclists that get paralyzed because the back is all so vulnerable, and the back protector can reduce that quite drastically. So worth looking at. Yeah, so back protectors, good. Yeah, I looked the Kona over last exercise, the swerve, feel gutted and have to ride back to the training centre. I know, well, you're not alone, Beverly. Where did you do that? Are you local to, have you seen your name? Is your name cropped up with us? Are you not training with us, are you? But your name's cropped up a few times. But yeah, that happens, unfortunately. Eamons is in Scotland. Where did you come from before Scotland, Eamon? Where is it you came from abroad? Do I need to do a theory test again? Haven't ridden on A2 license for 3 years in order to upgrade to an A. So an A2 license, you're going to an A. Category A motorcycle. How old are you? 21 to 23? Full A2 license held for more than 2 years. So you can pass two-part practice. No, you don't need a CBT or a theory if you've held it. If you're between 21 and 23 and you've held your A2 license for more than 2 years, you do not need to do a theory and a CBT again. Graham, not on your own, Beverly. Luke's like the blue. Yeah, great. Hey, don't you start, Cookie. Don't you start, Cookie. Demonstrating on his pan-European how to do a hazard avoidance. It's on I think it's on our YouTube channel. He hits a blue cone. There you go. So don't you start on him, Cookie. Dave Smith, is it just the photo card part you need to bring now, Governor, as paper part? No, Dave. You need to bring your driver record. Okay, so only you can access it with your national insurance number, your driver license number. Go on the DVLA web, the gov.uk website, and you can print it off or screenshot it. But we do need to see your driver record. Paper part now is long gone. Jason paid £75 for an upgrade on back armour. Well worth the money, Jason. Yeah, well worth the money. Used to live in Dubai and moved here. Dubai, God, what you come over here for, mate? Lived in Dubai. I know we're no great fish and chips here, but the plan is to move to Glasgow. Fair enough. Yeah, so you came back. You came to Scotland for the weather. I like it. Come from Dubai to Scotland for the weather. Yeah, look where you're going. Do you do the theory test? We don't do the theory test. You need to book that yourself. You can book it. It's about £22, and they have centres all up and down the country, and you can get them fairly quickly. Although at the minute, I think with the backlog there's going to be, but we don't do the theory tests. You need to do that yourself. Oh, you're in Derby. Over in Derby. Yeah, we're a friendly lot. If anybody gets in touch, we try and help them out. How does riding school cater for short and lightweight riders doing DAS? Okay, so we have, Graham, lowered SV650s. We have them on our YouTube channel. On our YouTube channel, we have a playlist of the bikes that we use. And we have a couple of SV650s lowered. And we have standard ones. We have them lowered. And we also have A2, we have some CB500s which are lowered. So we do cater for all sizes. We cater for all sizes. 5'2" is not a problem, Graham. Yeah, not a problem. Yeah, Sylvia, well done, Rob. Good answer. And check your notes. Yeah, I'm on it, Sylvia. Andy, we have lowered bikes for short. Yes, we do. RJH Derby, great. Does lowering a bike make much of a difference? No, it doesn't. For a new rider, no, it doesn't. A lowered bike for learning on will, and you won't even notice it, Graham. It builds your confidence because, you know, put your foot down, this sort of thing. So no, it doesn't have any effect other than building your confidence. Yeah, don't start, Cookie. Thank you for the live stream, RJH. Love your channel. Good. Big Gabs 19. Where are you? Where are you from then? Are you learning? Are you riding? Or any questions you want to ask? I'm glad you like the channel. Yeah, so as I said earlier, say it again, welcome to the channel. Please remember to like this video. Like this video because then it sort of gets spread out a bit. Commenting is really good, and if you're not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. It does help us make more videos. Oh, you might be pleased to know as well that I've been looking at a backdrop. So all this backdrop, I'm looking. Lisa found one of the Route 66. So you'll see me sat here with the Route 66 in the background. And I'll just sit here and think, yeah, I'm on the Route 66. So that hopefully might be for next time. Well, RJH, you wouldn't be able to, my accent isn't a Manchester accent. You might have already picked up on that. My accent is from down south. So I'm a southerner. I've actually lived around sort of northwest for 30 years. 31 years I've lived in the northwest, but I've not lost my southern accent. So Andy, it won't affect handling. Welcome, Ellen. Ellen from over in other side of Blackburn, who's doing her lessons with us now. And yeah, also Ellen, you're only 5. Yeah, you're only little. And you're comfortable on the CB 500s that we got lowered. Comfortable with those. Jason, yeah, I could have done, mate. I've got time on my hands, but yeah, I could have fixed that door by now. There's nothing wrong with that door anyway. It's quite nice. But yeah. Richard, hey, Richard. What is involved in an advanced rider course? Well, Graham's your man for that. We teach you for IAM, ROSPA, all of the advanced tests. We can get you to a level, but there's a lot more emphasis on it's on police roadcraft. So it's a system of motorcycling, police motorcycling, but it's a lot more on cornering. A lot more making progress safely. There is I've not got the book with me now, but it's a police ridecraft book. I've got one downstairs. But if you want to come and have a chat, Richard, come and have a chat with Graham. You've now probably not done a lot of riding on your bike, have you, because of lockdown? But I'd certainly say get a little bit more riding on your bike. Get out a little bit more miles, and then you will be better going on for advanced. Don't want to go on for it too early. And you've just reminded me, Richard, because you requested a video not so long ago about turning right or moving off slowly. And I've done a video today. I filmed Graham on some right turns using what we use, POM, Prepare, Observe, Maneuver, and it's just training the back brake. And I've just got a little video. It'll be up in the next couple of days. But if any riders struggling, moving away slowly at an angle, then this video is for you. What's the system, Graham? Information, ISP, information, positioning, speed, gear, accelerator. That's that. So Graham would fill you in on that, Richard, but we can look after you. Oliver, Northern Softies, yeah. Pop in, Jason. How many times have you been essential shopping on your bike, everyone? Every day? No, I didn't go on my bike for 3 months. The first time I went on my bike was yesterday. Had some new tyres fitted. But yeah, I'm sure that has been. I bet that's, yeah, I'm just popping out for get some milk and then come back 10 hours later. Graham, will RJH one day extend into track days? Hey, there's a thought. Well, now, Graham, we have just now got a site authorised and will be opening in May at the Three Sisters Race Circuit in Wigan. So if there was any sort of possibility of doing track days, and that is it. Sylvia is our manager in Wigan, and she is going to be looking at getting and inviting people from our past pupils to go and have a track day of some sort, because they do lots of different evening events and stuff. So yeah, track days. Yeah, wouldn't rule it out. Three sisters, lol. Yeah, Jason, I tend to forget what I went out for. Yeah, I can imagine, Jason. Yeah, I can imagine. But it's a good excuse to get out on the bike. Why not? Why not? So what's the furthest journey anybody has been on then on their bike? Graham, I feel like doing some off-road work would help my cornering on road to gain confidence and improve. Yeah. Never treat the road as you track a horse. No, that's it. You're going to get a lot more obstacles on the road, aren't you? And yeah, track days, good for cornering. Yeah, getting your approach to corners and your speed and that sort of thing, your positioning. Yeah, it's good, tracks. I've never really been into it, but now we've got the site on the Three Sisters racetrack. It might be something to look at. Okay, in Mod 1, what do most people fail on? There's one thing people fail on mostly in a Module 1 test, Beverly, and that is nerves. That is nerves. I can remember one pupil, I'm not going to say who or anything else other than a trainee. That trainee failed the Module 1 7 times. And every time they failed the Module 1, it was on something else. It wasn't a repetitive same fault. It was same different fault going around, whether it be missing a lifesaver, putting a foot down on the U-turn, not getting up to speed, hitting a cone over. Every fault was different. But the biggest thing is nerves. Now, what happens with nerves? Thank you. What happens with nerves? Somebody just hijacked the office. What happens with nerves is that we try and get you calm before you go for your test. Try and get you calm. But grown men ride bikes all their life, go for a Module 1. They go on there like little babies. They just, try and relax. Think about what you're doing. Take your time. So there isn't one thing. It's nerves. That's what I would say to that one. What for a bottle of milk? Yeah. Yours was a swerve. Main problem, I think, is judging the speed when you're inexperienced. Yeah, practice. So we have got a fantastic facility in Manchester. And the way we structure our Module 1, not only in Manchester, Northwich, even in Wigan, we structure our lessons where Module 1 slow speed lessons. They're all 3-hour lessons, but a slow speed. So you do all the slow speed. Then we have a Module 1 high speed. So you could do the high speed hazard avoidance left, hazard avoidance right, and the emergency stop. You could do it 25 times before you test. So we go to test and we get somebody never ever ridden and they pass a test. And then there's a school over there and they only practice on the pad, on the MMA. So that person goes on, they've only done it 2 or 3 times because they've only got an hour slot. And there's 2 of them. So come to us. We will get you through. But nerves, Beverly, it's nerves. Swerve, yeah. So Dave, yeah, just printed your record. Well done, mate. Update. I'll email. Good. Graham passed last summer, dropped the bike after this angled start, but got it upright and moved off. Thought I'd failed 5 times around and was amazed when they said I'd pass. It ain't over until it's over. So, you know, if you think you've done something wrong, just carry on, carry on, carry on. It's not over until he tells you it's over. Tips for slow speed clutch control, final 125, but found the big bike lesson difficult in the pad. I was okay on the road, but the really slow speed control, I felt I revved too high. Yeah, it is practice. Just got to calm it down. Very, very little revs. Clutch, rear brake. It's just practice, practice, practice. There's so many tips I could give you. Steady with the throttle. Pitch the throttle. Pitch your clutch. Just keep it on the friction. Back brake only. Rev it. Get it wanting to go. Won't go. Only back brake. Release a bit of brake, move. Let the brake control your speed. Another thing, look where you're going. Don't look down, look where you're going. Lean with the bike, but don't lean with the bike on a figure of 8. Lean your body against. There's so many tips I could give you, but without seeing you. Have a look at our videos. There's a lot of videos. Slow speed might help you, but practice and listen to your instructor. Yeah, a lot of people find 125s going to a big bike challenging. But with the right coaching and tuition, it can be effortless. Graham, yeah, glad to hear where we are. Yeah, we teach all levels. We all have different strengths and weaknesses, and we just try and cater to everybody. Okay. Well, hold on. Sylvia, I'm just about satisfactory on CVT on yard, doing a U-turn, but struggle on the road doing it. What would you suggest? Again, practice. Remember, we're not after test standard on a CVT. So people come in, it's not a pass and it's not a fail. As long as we can see that you're safe, and I would say if we can see that learning is taking place, as long as you go out onto the road, and you've learnt, and you're at a satisfactory standard that we say, yeah, I'm happy with that. You can now go on and learn yourself, then you'll be fine. So, don't overthink it. Why should a potential pupil choose RJH? Well, why should they choose RJH? Sylvia and Graham might want to answer that one. They could type in below. But I'm biased, aren't I? Because I am RJH, so you ain't going to get anything better than me. That's it. But seriously, we are good at what we do. We are honest at what we do, and we get the best out of people. And we welcome men and ladies of all ages, and all. What's the word? I've gone blank there. Anybody from out of the country, any whether it's English or French or Spanish, doesn't matter. We treat everybody the same. So that's why here. Why should thanks for your post YouTube. Watch your video at the Lee Test Centre for prep of mine. Wouldn't you know they're doing a different route? Always the way, but we put a few test routes on the YouTube. The biggest reason we put tests on the YouTube is because it gets viewings, and viewings is good for the channel, because viewings, more views, more subscribers makes me want to put more videos on. So that's why. But when we're training pupils, we don't train test routes, because you want to pass your test being able to ride on any road, and you want to pass your test for showing that your ability to ride anywhere. So whilst they are on there and they are good, it's for viewers more than anything. So glad the videos help, Mike. Graham, treat the examiner as a sat nav on a Mod 2. Just go and enjoy the ride. We've got a lot of videos on the Mod 2. And yeah, relax and enjoy it. Any other interesting, funny stories about things that happen on a test or lessons? Blimey. Straight on at the roundabout, please. Over the roundabout. Turn right at the roundabout, exit 3. They go up to the roundabout and turn right, go anti-clockwise. We have people going through no entries. We go, oh, blimey. I've had somebody go on the motorway on a lesson, on a CBT lesson, just onto the motorway. Picking bikes up out of edges, picking, it's all fun and games. We all have to start somewhere. So yeah, I can remember many. So I should write a book. It's all good fun. Spot on about keeping on mod 2 even if you think you've made a mistake. Keep going, keep going. Yes, the examiner might not have seen anything. So, and it might not be as bad as what you think. So keep going. It's not over until it's over. Stephen Roberts. Welcome, Stephen. I think you were with us last week, mate. Good evening, Sylvia. Can you explain the importance of a lifesaver? Well, a lifesaver is what? A shoulder check, chin to shoulder. Looking over the, yeah, so mirrors, indirect, looking back, lifesaver. Always look lifesaver before you go into that space. So if you're going to go to the left, changing a lane, left lifesaver. If you're going to look over the right, changing right, lifesaver. You're ultimately looking in your blind spot. So good question, Sylvia. Very important when you're turning right major to minor. Very important when you're exiting a roundabout. Very important when you're changing lanes. Very important when you're moving off. So lifesavers, it will one day save your life. Can you do a video? Ellen, can you do a video doing the swerve avoidance and tips now you have your new camera? Graham, he's got one on YouTube, Ellen. I don't know whether you've missed it, but he's done an avoidance and he's at the blue cone. So, yes, Graham. Dave Smith, my grip is schools don't have large CC autos. Plus, I've had bad experience with instructors. Your channels help me a lot. Fantastic, Dave. Don't have large CC autos. Yeah, I mean, we don't. Although we have trained people on A2 on their own scooters, the Suzuki Bergman. But I mean, we've thought about introducing an A2, an A1 scooter, a 125 scooter, but we just don't have the demand. So so it's sort of getting the balance. Right, having one, but if it's not going to get used. So I know what you're saying. But if you've had a bad experience, it's a shame. Because that bad experience, then, as I said earlier, about we are the ones that are introducing you, and it's the bike manufacturers and the accessories and the clothing and the insurance companies and all the industry it reflects us. So we are the start. Very, very important. But whether we can help or not. But yeah, sorry to hear that, Dave. Oliver H coming up and meet us, then you'll know why. Yeah, that's it. He's lazy, Sylvia. Cheddar. Oh, Cheddar. Passed my mod 2 years ago and watch your videos help me no end. Fantastic. Where are you from, Cheddar? Now, don't tell me you're from Somerset, because that would be too easy, wouldn't it? Andy Davis, U-turn on a one-way street. Yep, seen it. Sylvia. Oliver, who makes the best brew? Well, I don't tend to make them, but anyway, that would be a good Graham. Me come to Eccles, Ollie. Ellen, I've seen that one. You've seen that. So that's if you're struggling with the mod 1 on a high-speed hazard avoidance and hitting the cone, blame Graham, because he did it, and we filmed it. Our schools. A good question, Graham. I'm on to that now. I was in a meeting couple of days ago with the motorcycle industry association, and they were saying about the growth of two-wheeled electrics. And so I've been looking at it for a couple of years, keeping an eye on it, but it's just not really been confident in getting anything in that's going to last for the day, certainly on a CVT. And what we don't want to be doing is being delayed and charging or swapping batteries. They are better, and I've just started now looking at one, and the 3 sites that we've got, I certainly want one in each site. Within the next month, I want to have an electric presence. So watch this space, but a good question. Is the way going forward? I don't think at this stage it's any different for classification. I think auto you can ride, geared you can ride auto. The only ones that I have been looking at are automatics. Yeah, watch your spade, Sylvia. Cheddar is from Cambridgeshire. Not far off. Not too far off then. Cambridgeshire. So glad the video's helped. So you're riding now then, Cheddar? What are you riding? And are you male or female? Can't see from there. You're male? The other thing we were getting on was how many ladies we get through school. So the question, we're getting easily between 25 to 30% ladies coming through, which, if you go back 5 years, we've always been a female friendly school. But at the moment we are attracting 25 to 30% females. Yes, they do, Beverly. The reason that examiners can follow in a car as well as a bike is not for the obvious that if it's raining, I'll go in the car, or if it's cold. It is because a bike examiner is a car examiner. So if an examiner is able to do bikes and cars and they get a mixture of tests in a day, then they're going to be in a car because they don't want to keep getting in and out of the clothes. And if it's raining, getting wet clothes off, back into the dry clothes to then get in a car. So if an examiner has got a mixture of cars and bikes, he will follow you in a car if you're mod 2. For that very reason. If his full schedule of tests is bikes, he will be on a bike. That's as simple as that. Get a Sprint Triumph. Very nice indeed. Ride daily. Yeah, good man. That's what we like to hear. Best thing I ever did. Should have done it years ago. Yeah, but there's always a right time. There's always a right time for these things. And if you've done it years ago, it might not have been the right time. That's how I look at it. Yeah, that's what they say, Sylvia. Get a lot of 25, 30% of ladies. We are lady friendly. We have ladies facilities. We have female instructors. We have lowered bikes if needed. And of course, we have me. So that's, Sylvia, you will go far. Graham, well, we do. We've had last year more A2s, more 19 to 24s than the year before. We don't do any A1s, the 125. I've done few, but no. CBTs, a lot of youngsters, certainly the city. All of our sites are around Manchester, Northwest, so yeah, we do get a lot of youngsters. So I would say no, and a lot of youngsters, a lot of the youngsters, they can afford it. So yeah, maybe in different areas, slightly different. I'm Berkshire, so Manchester would be a bit far. Yes, it would, Dave. I'll be doing my test on my Kawasaki J125 if electric auto is available to get my license. Be great. Put my eyes on the 300. Yeah, good stuff. Oliver, yeah, chat to you later, Oliver. Thanks for joining us. Bus lanes, motorcycles. Yep. So as I'm sure those that are riding around on the roads, there is a inconsistent approach to bus lanes up and down the country. So if I go down to Cardiff, I know I can ride in the bus lanes on my motorcycle. It's got the picture of the motorcycle with the taxis on. And then you come up to, and I know in different parts of London you can, but then you come to Manchester, which is the biggest city outside of London, is it? And the population that Manchester's got. And all the bus lanes do not allow motorcycles. That'll change. That will change going forward over the next few years as the government get behind bikes more and more and more. When they're looking at bikes, that will change. So yeah, watch your space. And as soon as the bus lanes do open, we will be doing a lot more CBTs. Oh. My neck of the woods is that, Dave. Do you know each other? Yeah, so that's good. We were about an hour, but that's I think we've had a lot more chats on this live video than last week. Yeah, so it's bike training related, but yeah, if it varies off a little bit, it varies off a little bit. I'll go for another 30 minutes. We'll take it up to the hour and a half like we did on the last one. And then we'll call it a day. But get those questions in if you have anybody on here that's looking to do a CBT. Anybody on here looking to do A1, A2? Anybody looking at any part of the license process? And if we can help. How did you find if you're on here that you've done your training? How did you find your CBT? How did you find your school that got you through your test? Would you recommend them to your friends? Would you not? What sort of things made you choose them? Dave Smith, I'm a bit older than most, nearly 50. Yeah, well, you're getting on a bit there then, Dave. You're older than me, mate. I'm a bit older than most, nearly 50. You're only a youngster, Dave. You're only a youngster. Think we need to have a chat on phone at some point. Don't think I know, Andy. No, Dave, you're only a youngster. So thank you, Rob. You are amazing. Oh, don't say that. I won't be able to get outside that door, Sylvia. I ain't be able to get that big. I will have to sit down to calm down. So Graham, I found, and Sylvia, you're amazing too. So we're all amazing. That's the way to look at it. Graham, I found I had a much better experience of CBT having had introductory lesson first. Much better. Would you recommend coming? Yes. So the question came up a little bit earlier about Sylvia with the tasters. We offer a taster, a 1 hour taster, £50. 1-to-1, so just you and an instructor on a taster. Now we like to introduce you to the bike, get you going, and it does pay. We have a much better success rate of CBT completions when somebody's had a taster, because a CBT isn't a guaranteed you're going to get a certificate. Some people just don't have the coordination and they get very upset if they don't get the certificate on the day, and well, that's the way it is. But a taster, if you've never ridden a bike, before, a taster, definitely. If you've ridden a bike before, then no, don't do a taster. But if it's going to be your first time on a motorcycle or a moped, 50 quid is the best investment you can make. Guarantee that. So yeah, it's good to hear that, Graham. Well done. Ian, hi there from Wiltshire. Hi, Ian. Wiltshire, not far from my county, Gloucestershire, next door. Whereabouts in Wiltshire, mate? Andy, a taster is always a good idea. Yes, tasters. So these are all the instructors all saying tasters, definitely. You got your mod 1 on the 14th of April, Ian. You've probably got that in Swindon then, have you? Newbury, there is only one CB2 Scott I can find. Well, yeah, and since running the school 18 years, I have always offered a taster. Always offered that service. Malmesbury, yeah, not far away then. So where's your test centre? In Malmesbury? Didn't think Malmesbury had a test centre. Yeah, okay, they have. Great stuff. So you found us on the channel. You've been watching some of our videos. Good. Newbury, 1 CBT, yeah. Graham. Steve Roberts is from Trowbridge, Wiltshire. Yeah. Ian Swindon. Yep, Swindon, Wiltshire. I know Swindon well. Grew up in the next county. So you're getting quite a lot of viewers from up and down the country. Anybody on here outside of the UK tonight? You know, anybody out here that's Birmingham's? Do you fit out the bikes with? Our big bikes have heated grips, yes. Our big bikes have heated grips, or the 2 new ones haven't, but I think we're going to get them on there for the next winter. But yes, we offer, so Graham, we are NCIA accredited, that was gold, so we offer trousers, jackets, gloves, helmet. We don't offer boots, but yeah, winter time is, people come along, freezing cold bottom, get test centres, so they don't sort of have long john, they don't dress accordingly. Be sensible. Ian has a full USA license. Is that where you're from, mate? The USA originally, then? Learn something new every day, Rob. Yes, we do learn something new every day. Every day is a school day. Yeah, we're all locked in the UK at the moment, but we've trained many people from abroad, Europe, and don't know whether anybody is on tonight. But yeah, we do get trainees from across the globe, and we get a lot of followers from across the globe. Andy Davis, look up Lambola Motorcycle on Facebook. Dave Sean is a great guy, great instructor. There is a site, there is a school in Swindon, a big school at Blunston, Abbeydale, is it? At the Blunston race, I used to do ground racing in Blunston. There's one there. Don't know what they'd be like. Where are you located? RJH. So we have 3 schools. One in Eccles, Manchester. We have one in Northwich, Cheshire, and we have one in Wigan, Manchester. So we have 3 sites in the northwest. Although I am a southerner from the Cotswolds originally. How much experience of using heated clothing? Yeah, I mean, I don't use it. Although the older I get, the more I'm thinking about using it. I have heated grips, but so if I'm out training pupils and I've got all the heated clothing, all nice and cozy, I don't tend to feel what the pupils are feeling. That's the disadvantage of an instructor wearing heated clothing. So if I feel that I'm getting a bit cold, the pupil I know is going to be getting a bit cold. So heated grips is what we all have. But there are a couple of manufacturers out there. Gerbing is the best one for heated clothing. I've looked at them. Waistcoats, waistcoats, trousers, socks, gloves, inner gloves. Plug it all into the bike. But I think the Gerbing is one that has a lot of good ratings. Anybody on here got any experience with heated clothing for Stephen? Ian, no, you're born in Malmesbury. USA citizen and UK. Okay. What advice would you give to a newly qualified rider looking to do a European tour and travel big miles for the first time? Graham, go for it. We have people that pass, not ridden, to go and do European tours. Take it steady. Think about your bike. Think about what you're traveling. Do a bit of homework. Yeah, between now and then, get as much mileage under your belt as you can in all weather conditions, but just go for it is my advice. I did the last one I did was 5,000 miles, 8 countries, and absolutely loved it. It's not a race. Heated gloves are the best. What make are they, Sylvia? Prepare yourself by getting used to doing a lot of miles on the bike gradually, and prepare your bike well before going. Plan your route and stops in advance, and make sure that you carry at least basics. Yeah, that's not me. I tend to be very impulsive and just get me passport and me wallet and go. Is the side stand okay for Mod 1 stands and manual handling? Yes, it is. Most big bikes will only have a side stand. Just don't try and ride off with it down. Tools and a few spares. Yeah, Sylvia. Racer heated gloves. Where do you buy them from, Sylvia? Awesome. Yeah, pillion. Well, pillion. What? No. So again, you've just got to get and do it. Just remember what happens when you carry a pillion passenger. It's going to be slower to get going. It's going to be harder on corners. Your steering's lighter. Center of gravity is shifted rearwards. It's going to take you longer to brake. And think about when you carry a passenger on, it's a big responsibility. And I think, taking a passenger, you're introducing that person potentially to the first time on two wheels. So it's got to be, it's a responsibility. It could be a member of your family. So yeah, just take it steady. We get people coming to us that have wanted to ride a bike for 20 or 30 years, but they've not, because they were scared when they were younger. Somebody scared them. They got them on the back and they scared them. So remember, you're potentially introducing this person into motorcycling. So big responsibility. And yeah, I mean, I was about 13 stone. I can remember I took a lad on the back. He was 17.5 stone. So my bike, which was 13 stone, I'm carrying over 30 stone. God, that bloody hell. I took him to Halifax. That was hard work. I thought, oh my God, blimey. So maybe think about a smaller person as your first go. Beverly, have you got your full license yet? Don't think you have, so don't even think about your IAM or ROSPA yet. Think of that 6 months down the line, 12 months lights after you've been riding. Advanced training is good, but don't go at it too soon. We would always recommend ROSPA over IAM because they do check you. IAM, you pass it, complete it. You don't revisit it. ROSPA, I think it's every 2-3 years. You've got to go back and do it again. You can get better gold, silver, bronze, silver, gold. So would always recommend go for ROSPA. Don't go for it too early, Beverly. Sylvia, you got your gloves from J&S. So there's a question about heated racer gloves, J&S accessories. Perhaps, Sylvia, you can find a link, put it in. If not, I'll go through all the questions. And when I find a link, I'll put it at the bottom. But J&S, we've got a bike school on J&S. Fantastic guys there. They'll look after you. They've got all the heated stuff. Could use heated gloves when I have a 3 a.m. start on a cold morning. You need them. Yeah. Do you recommend after CBT going straight into the DAS? We're running around to a bit. It doesn't matter. Based on your experience, Adam, we have people that we would recommend getting a 125 and getting some experience. And we get others that don't waste your time. Get a DAS booked. So depends on you. If you've been riding, if you've ridden before, don't get a 125. A new rider, someone that's never ridden, gets a 125, 3 or 4 months down the line, they've outgrown it. They want to get something bigger, so then they book a DAS. And then they lose money when they sell the 125. So listen to your instructor. But if you've ridden before, or if you're a natural rider, just book your DAS. Don't get a 125. And the person I would say go for it gradually, short trips at first, then for longer. Yeah, I mean, everybody's got different views. Any big recommendations on Mod 2, or is it just practice and road time? Ian, any big tip? Ride for yourself. We have a lot of videos on Mod 2, and keep it really, really simple. If you're a road user now, you've got a UK license in America, you've got a license in America, you've got a license in the UK, you've got a lot of road experience. So show them that. Watch a few of our Mod 2 videos. It's really, really simple. And they want to see, they want to come back and say, oh, thanks for that. I really enjoyed that because you got going. It's a very simple test. ROSPA is 3 years. So yeah, that's why we favor ROSPA. Every 3 years get checked. Dave Smith, my annual mileage is less than 2,500. Not much, is it, Dave? That, but why is that? Is it you don't get the chance, or you only use it to go to work? Well, use it when you're not at work. Go and have a bit of fun on it. Rack them miles up. Ian Wallington, you are really amazing. Thank you very much. I'll take that. We are good, Ian, and there's a lot of content on this channel that you can use, which will help you. And all we ask for anybody is like the video. Please like the video, comment away, share the channel, subscribe to the channel. That's all we ask in return. But that is what we like to hear, that we're helping all you people out there wanting to get your full bike licenses or CBTs. JNS accessories, yeah. Thanks, Sylvia. Red-tailed. I wish all car drivers would ever go through it. Yes, I do too. Because they don't appreciate how vulnerable they are. Because yeah, I mean, I was out on the bike yesterday, I felt really vulnerable. Came up a bloody numpty straight away. Came up against a numpty straight away, and you just want to give them a slap, but you can't. You just got to get on, just keep calm. Anybody in four wheels, generally, they don't feel the vulnerability. They don't experience the vulnerability. So I would totally agree with you, but I don't think that'll ever happen. Sylvia, an amazing night. Thank you for all your help. You are welcome, Sylvia. Got 9 minutes to go. I find that car driving has improved since getting my bike. It does. So anybody that comes and does a CBT that's a car driver, and then they come back and do a test and say exactly the same thing, and it's a bit of a refresher, you know, mirror signal maneuver and that sort of stuff. Ian, you'll keep watching. Good man. Keep us posted. Watch any videos, Ian. Any questions? Yeah, I'll always get back to you. So if you see a video, and there's a lot of Module 2 stuff, what you don't want in Swindon, Ian, is that magic roundabout. Now, next time I come down to Swindon, I'm going to go on that magic roundabout on my bike. I've been on it many times over the years, but I will go down there on that magic roundabout with my camera, and I'll do it on a Friday afternoon peak time, and I'll show everybody what a rat race it is. But I think it was on a test route, but I don't think it's on a test route anymore. If nobody knows what the magic roundabout in Swindon is like, give it a Google. It'll surprise you. It will surprise you. Beverly North, Andy, will be a mix of A2 and DAS on the Mod 1 and Mod 2 vids. Yeah, there's a good mix. Beverly, waiting to test bikes. Yeah, get yourself. Best place for you, Beverly, in Derby is come a little bit further this way on the A34 and come into Newcastle upon Lyme. On the A34 is D&K Motorcycles, and they have a fantastic range of bikes. Not only bikes, but they've got everything there. Get in there and sit on a few and speak to the guys that sell them, and they'll help you out. But ultimately, remember what I said, listen to people, but make your own decision. Graham Higgins, watch your videos on repeat before my DAS. Yeah, I see that certain times of the day when I know a test is coming up, my views can go up like that before the 11:11 test, and then it'll go down when they're on test. So it goes like that when they're going, before they go on the test. I sat in the waiting room. I see them. I go to the test center, 10 test centers we use, and go in, and they say, "It's you." So yeah, it's me. Anyway, glad it helps. Yeah, put them on repeat. Good place for online training. It is. Donna G, welcome to the house. Amazing, great stuff, Rob. Thank you very much, Donna G. Darren S, thank you, Andy. Oh yeah, Ian Wallington, this has been amazing. Good. So we always do the lifesaver, even driving in the car. Yeah, well, you do. Well, you wouldn't change lane on the motorway, would you, without looking over your shoulder? You just wouldn't. So why would you do it on the bike where you're out? You're going to get, it's going to hurt, isn't it? Graham Cook, hi, Donna. Hi. Hey, Donna, you're good Good to see you tonight, Donna. Beverly North, have you had any interesting crashes? Yeah, I've had two. Well, as far as I can remember, if I'm honest with you, I've only had two. And I've been on a bike since I was 7. In 1972 is when I first got on a bike. And I'm now 54. And I've had two. I've had one where I was on an old Pan-European quite a long time ago. One of the old Pan-Europeans, and just a little bit keen on the front brake. And it was must have been a bit of diesel or something on the front. Just before I just on the bloody ground, can't even remember getting down onto the ground. And that was one. And the other one was when I was waiting at a roundabout. I was at a roundabout and just waiting, couldn't go. And just before I knew it, I woke up on the floor and was knocked out. And that was a young lady behind in a Peugeot, and she was doing a lipstick, approaching the roundabout, and she was doing a lipstick in the mirror and just rear-ended me. So they're the two I've had. But no, I mean, I don't never say never, because we are one of the most vulnerable road users, but I don't really go speeding. I like to be able to react in what I can see. And I know I've got videos of people saying, "You look in your mirrors too much. You look in your mirrors too much." Well, so be it. I'll look in my mirrors. That's not a problem. I'm not looking in the mirror, but I just like to know what's going on around me. And for me, speed, it's all about speed. The faster you go, the less time you've got to respond. And that's why we have speed limits. So I can't really give you too much gory details about any interesting crashes, I'm afraid, Beverly, in 48 years. 2. I can't wait to go to the Magic Roundabouts, a few in Bedford too. Well, Swindon has got 5, I think it's 5 round 1. Adam, from what I can see, counter steering isn't taught. Is there a reason for it? Yeah, we don't overcomplicate it. If you're teaching a learner counter steering, it gives them too much to think about. And you're actually counter steering, Adam, without even knowing that you're counter steering. So I'm not saying it isn't something we do teach. We don't teach it day in, day out. But if we need to teach it, if we think it will benefit somebody that's struggling with positioning on cornering, then we will introduce counter steering. But no, it's not in our script to teach everybody counter steering, because it can complicate things. And we want to keep things really simple. And we don't want to teach people something that they're already doing. Protagon, I remember that name. If there's one thing you wish bikers should do but don't, what would it be? If there's one thing you wish bikers should do but don't do, what would it be? Whew, that's put me on the spot. I recognise that name. You passed with us a couple of years ago, didn't you? A new rider. Protagonist. I think you're following us on Instagram and stuff. I've got a lot of questions to answer. That's going through my brain. I might come back to that unless Sylvia and Graham could answer that. If there's one thing you could wish bikers do but don't do, what would it be? I do all the checks even in the shower. Yeah, why not? Get it. Muscle memory. It's muscle memory. And if it helps, it helps. Cheddar, what about teaching basic bike maintenance on CVT? Well, we do the best cops, but it goes in there and out of there. Yeah, I know it does. We do it. We don't practically do it. We discuss it in Q&A, validate knowledge, but what we find, Cheddar, is it's in there and out of there. And you're right, because people come back on a 125 to the DAS train and say, they ride in through the gate and I say, your tyres need checking. What do you mean? What do you mean? I said, your tyres need checking. They're flat. How do you know? I said, I can see. So you're right. You're absolutely right. Dave Smith, I broke 6 rib, dropped 2 knuckles, broke 3 fingers, broke 4. Yeah, at 20 mile an hour. I mean, yeah, there's a lot of things that happen like that. You just got to take it steady. Don't go too fast and just expect the unexpected. Everybody is a hazard. Cheddar, I saw you do a good video on it. Yeah, we have got a few good videos, best cops and stuff. Show me tallies. Probably could do more of that, if I'm honest. Ian came 54 on the 10th of March. Hey, welcome to the 50s. Welcome to the 50s. Yeah, I'm 54. I'm 54 or 51. Can't remember. But I'm not far off. Ian in the shower. Yeah, too much information, Ian. Too much information. Andy Davis, yeah, 5 mini roundabouts and one big. Yeah, it is. Magic roundabout. Lisa, Ian, checking the boogeyman isn't behind you. Yeah. Oh, is there one common? No, there's not one common mistake bikers make. Everybody's different. So it can be, using the brakes wrong, foot down, clutching before brakes, not doing your observations, not doing your lifesavers. There's so many faults. There isn't one that's. I think that's that. I think that was better. Yes, Graham Higgins. If I say checking me mirrors, cancel me signal, my missus will shout out RJH. Poor thing. We're famous, Graham. Come on, RJH is famous. Yay. 8th of May for your 50th day, Smith. Yes, good for getting into biking. 50s. We got a lot of 50s. Okay, Ian, thanks for joining us, mate. All the best. How old is he, Lisa? Yeah, well, I don't even think Lisa would know. I think I might have lied to Lisa about my age, actually. You are young, Dave. 1967. 60s is a good decade. Yeah. Well, I said 1.5 hours, but we've got more people on here now than what we did have. So whether I'll give it another 15 minutes, I think. Who wants another 15 minutes? Boost me confidence, folks. Who wants another 15 minutes? Or do you want to get rid of me? If you want to get rid of me, I'll go. If you want another 15 minutes, I'll stay for another 15 minutes. Yeah. Keep those questions coming. Keep those questions coming. So I've been thinking about a new bike, but I just don't know. I don't know. I've been thinking about another, but I've got the Honda. That's nice enough. It's paid for. It owes me nothing, and it's perfectly reliable, and it's good. I love it. So I'm thinking, no, well, why bother? Why change it? 12 hours, Donna. Yeah, well, listen, I'm not up for work in the morning, so I could do another 12 hours. I live in London, so any advice for new riders is Big Smoke? Well, I'll tell you what, if there's one bit of advice, then I give you, Adam. I was speaking, I was on a Teams meeting with about 30 people on the day before yesterday from the Motorcycle Industry Association. And there were only, out of all different people in the industry, bike, the Black Horse Finance, dealerships, publishers, people from insurance companies. There are only 2 bike schools, RJH from the Northwest and a guy called Mark from Phoenix South, and both reputable bike training schools in the UK. And he was saying about, you've got to be careful bus lanes down in London, because you go down one road one way, go down the other way on the other road, and that side of the road you can use the bus lane because it's motorbike friendly. It's got the sign. The other side, so if you were to turn around down the bottom, come back the other way, you're not allowed to go in that bus lane, and you get a fine. So the same road, but 2 different sides, are run by 2 different counties. So if you're riding down in London, watch out for that. They're crafty, that. You want it? Yeah, well, you got it. Another 15 minutes then. Why aren't I having another bike? If I want a bike, I can have a bike. Because I'm the boss. Well, the second boss. The boss has spoken, Andy. You're quite right, mate. There's only one boss in one house. Remember that. Yes, it would. You're absolutely right, Dave. It would. But the life in the sun seems more appealing at the minute. Thanks, Andy. Keep emphasizing cancel the signal. Difficult to remember when you have been driving a car for years. I have a fantastic video on that, Beverly. Have a look at it, and it's my top tips of how you can cancel your indicator. One of the biggest reasons somebody would fail a mod 2 test is not cancelling the signal. So I have a video. It's only a short one. It's a great one, and I've done it on a Senna 10C Evo, and it is my top tips of how you can cancel your indicator on your motorbike. So have a look at it. Let me know if it helps you. Please, everyone, stop encouraging him. Yeah. I do like your new BMW, Graham. I don't like the management fault light that comes on it. Any thoughts on what to book? Sorry, Graham, that's a bit below the belt. Any thoughts on what to look for in a decent kit, jacket, trousers for recent qualified riders? Graham, J&S, mate. Off eBay, it was useless and broken 6 months, so I bought Dainese after. Yeah, Dainese is a good brand. You get what you pay for. There's no doubt about it. Have a look at J&S website, because they've got 30 stores up and down the country. Now, you're from Scotland, aren't you, Graham? Or was it Lincoln? But there'll be a J&S store near you, and go and speak to the guys in there. We've got a bike school on site, J&S, and they've got all the brands, all the prices, so get yourself down to them. Definitely buy the best you can for the money. Yeah, Andy, you do get what you pay for. Yeah, the insurance in London is crazy as well. 1270 access for a new rider. Some places, yeah. Again, the insurance has got to be because of the biggest reasons insurance has got to be is theft, because bike theft is just absolutely crazy. Yeah. Keep cancelling signal, Bev. Always, even in the car. Beverly, another 15 minutes. Oh, go on then. Ah, fantastic. That's what I need to hear. I need to be, you need to appreciate me. Make me feel appreciated, and I'll stay on for a bit longer. What's your thoughts on these e.g. YouTube bikers riding like lunatics when filtering a bear? I've got a few videos on filtering, but look at the speed. You know, there's time and a place. There's a speed. Be sensible, but yeah, I mean, you only get one crack at it. And like that, gone. Accidents in London, right? Theft's not as high. Surprises me. Yeah, so accidents, I mean, yeah, we are a vulnerable group. Worcester, Graham, yeah, Worcester, keen to set up a school. Come on, let's see. Maybe I should come and have a look at Worcester. I know Worcester. I knew Tewkesbury, Worcester, Broadway. I'm from that neck of the woods. Shrewsbury, I know that area very well. There's a couple of test centre in Shrewsbury. I've used that from here. I've used that from Manchester. Sylvia's used Shrewsbury from Northwich. But yeah, delivery bike drivers undertaken. Yeah, well, the thing is, the CBT, or if they've got a CBT, so you get the lads, you know, from different countries come over, the Uber riders and the, you know, all these. That's a craze. Certainly in lockdown as well. Lockdown has seen a big increase of delivery, takeaway food riders, and I don't know, yeah, how they've got their CBT. I don't know if they've got a CBT. You know, it's bloody frightening, isn't it? Graham Cook Beverly, good tip. Keep pressing the cancel button on the indicator. Hi, mate. I am planning to do my CBT. Jamie Kirk. Well done, Jamie. So you're planning to do it. Have you booked it, mate? And where have you booked it? Where are you from? Tell us more. Well, Jamie, will it be a good idea? It would be one of the best ideas that you've ever made, mate. So what are you getting a bike to do what for? Tell us a bit more, Jamie. Yeah, delivery drivers texting, probably looking for the next order, where they take the next order to. It's not good. Yeah, one texting on his phone the other night, no CBT. No CBT, there you go, invalid insurance, of course. On a motorbike as well. Crazy. But times are hard. Times are hard have been hard for a lot of people. They've not been getting any money. So, you know, desperate times, desperate measures, but no, it's not good. Yeah, so Jamie, so you want to get a CBT so you can commute to college. So yeah, well, why not? How old are you, Jamie? And where do you live and where's college? You can bring your own bike for your DAS test, Sylvia, if it's insured and it's got L plates. You can bring it, but you can't ride it. We wouldn't generally recommend it. Use one of our bikes because they have the protection and they're all in good mechanical order and so on. So you could, and you know, if we present people for test on our bikes, then you know it gives you a good impression from the start. You know, you get people going to test with their own bikes, get out of a van, they haven't got L plates on. It just does. It looks messy. Muddy Harbour Rider. If you could buy any bike now, what would it be? Ooh. Well, the truth be known, I could probably go and buy any bike I want at the moment anyway, within what I want. If I want to buy a BMW Adventure, I'd go and buy one. If I want to buy a BMW 1200, I'll go and buy one. And somebody asked me that question the other day, and the thing is, I don't need a bike. I don't need a new bike. My bike, and I'm very easily pleased, I suppose, really. And I'm not one of these posy. Not sort of materialistic and think, well, I could go and get that or go and that. I don't want to. But I don't know. I suppose if I wanted to get something, I'd probably want to get the original Triumph Bonneville that Steve McQueen rode, or the Harley Davidson that Elvis Presley had at his Gracelands, or one of Barry Sheen's racing bikes from the 80s. But yeah, not really anything that I would say. No, don't think so. I think I'm quite happy at the moment. Sylvia, can I wear trainers on CBT? Yes, you can. There's nothing wrong with trainers. We don't recommend it. Just make sure the laces are tucked up great. We recommend, if somebody comes for a CBT and they've got trainers, and most people do, we always sort of recommend footwear with ankle protection, but there's no law against it. But certainly if somebody is looking at doing their full test, you definitely need something with ankle protection. But yeah, I think we all have taught people with trainers on a CBT. We don't recommend it, but we haven't got anything sort of to say no. I've got my CBT booked for the 8th of next month and already bought 125. Can I ride it? Even though I've got my CBT booked for the 8th of next month and have already bought a 125. Can I ride it even though I only have a pressure car? No, you can't, Luke. You have to have a valid CBT. So don't ride it without your CBT. Recommendation for bird bike covers. That's I like these. Triumph. Yeah, good bikes. Adam, again, as the question came up earlier, we can't really. Yeah, there's so many nice bikes. Listen to people, take advice, but ultimately make your own decision. If you can, sit on a few. But 600, 700cc bikes are good bikes for your first bike. So yeah, they are good bikes for your first bikes. Try and sit on a few. How do you feel about LEDs and headlights? I've been riding for years and now find it difficult with LEDs when rainwater on the visor. I haven't heard of that, but they all seem to be LEDs. So some of the little 125s we've got have got LEDs. I think they're quite nice. And they do that funny thing when you're filming them, don't they? They look like permanently on. But yeah, I think it's how they're going. So I'd say, yeah, I'm all right about it. but I've not heard anybody say that they are difficult in rainwater. Not at that. Jamie, so you're 16 this year and don't know what test centres to go to yet. Where do you live, Jamie? Have a look on Google and get one with good reviews. You know, make sure that, you know, they've got a good reputation. Also from Glossop, so you're not far from us. Could you get yourself over to Manchester, or would Stockport be better for you? If you can get yourself to Manchester, Graham will look after you, Jamie. That is for sure. Can I use old style paper licenses? Yes, you can, because there are still people with the old style that haven't moved house for 20, 30 years. If you turn up for a CBT with the old paper style license, you will still need to bring a photo ID, so a passport or something like that. And you can still, so you can still use your old paper style. The answer to that is Sylvia. Yes, you can. Ian Wallington, I do. What do you do, Ian? What do we? That's it. I'm trying. I do. You cannot ride 125 until you're 17. No, you can't. At 17, you can do a CBT and ride a 125. 16, you can only ride a 50. 17, you can ride a 125. But you do need a valid CBT. So, yeah, Graham saying there, Jamie, come on over to Eccles. Yeah, click the like buttons, everybody. If you are just joining us, we've still got quite a lot of viewers on there. Muddy Arbor Rider, what's your view on air vests? Yeah, they are, good. Anything that's going to give you protection, got to be comfortable. Got to be comfortable. Looking at a jacket a few years ago, but it's just too heavy and too big. So I thought, no. But I've not looked at them recently, but no, why not? If it makes you feel more comfortable, if it'll do its job and protect you, then definitely. Not cancelling fail on mod 2. You did it. Is not cancelling a fail on. Yes. Well, okay, Ian, good question. Historically, then, yes, I would say not cancelling your indicator is a fail if your examiner has to come in and say, okay, Ian, please cancel your indicator, because they've got a duty of care to you to cancel it. But every situation is different. And I think the DVSA examiners of late, there are a lot more younger ones, more modern ones, and a little bit more relaxed about it. But I would say that if you are told to cancel your indicator, then it's more likely to be a fail. But of late, I have had people that have been told to cancel it earlier, and they have passed. So hope that answers that. Ultimately, you do not want to leave your indicator on, because there's a very good chance you will fail. Opinion on the Benelli BN1, Luke Graham. Well, Benelli, we have had Benellis on the fleet, and I'm not here to I'm here to give an honest opinion, and I found the Benelli to be affordable. We had the TNT 125, which is the quality is going to be much the same as the Benelli BN 125, but we went for the Benelli 125 TNTs because of the Groms, the Honda Groms, which are like £1,000, £1,500 dearer. So we went for Benelli, went for a couple of them. Went for the Benellis because of the price and because they're smaller riders. We just found them good, reliable, but not for teaching day in and day out, if I'm fair. So we paid that little bit more to get the Honda. So I haven't got any experience of the Benelli BN125. It's the TNT125. But if you're not on a budget, Luke, I would always say try and go for the Honda. And that's my honest opinion. What Honda is it? Ian, what Honda is it? Is somebody else? I've got a Honda CBF1000 GT. That's mine. Bikes we use on the fleet. We use the Honda CB125Fs. We use the Honda CB500s, CBF 500s. We have used the Honda the A2 Rebel. We have used the Honda CB650s. It's quite, and we've got a Honda Grom. Yeah, we've got a Honda Grom. So we have used a lot of different Hondas, and we still do use a lot of Hondas. What's a minor, Andy? If you do it too many times, it would be a fail. What's that? If it's a minor, so if you do it too many times, it would be a fail. If you're talking about the indicators, that's not correct, mate. So just clarify what you're on there. Peter, Prato, you were here last week. Passed A license in December. Really enjoying my Harley. Yes, good man. Welcome back to the video. Although we've been at it nearly 2 hours now. And we've got more viewers on here now than what we have all evening. So I'm going to give it 10 more minutes and then I'm going to go. So I will give it the 10 minutes and then I'm going. It's a fail if you're another driver. Yes, I mean, the examiner will only tell you to turn the indicator off if you're putting yourself at risk. So if you're coming up to a junction, as an example, and there's a car waiting to turn, and you're not to cancel that indicator in time, your examiner is going to tell you to cancel it, and that would be a fail. But if you're going and he tells you to turn it off and you're not affecting, then, but as I say, historically, it's always been a serious fault. There's no question about it. But of late, I have found 1 or 2 occasions that they've been told and they have passed different examiners, different test centres. But that is more of late with the younger, more modern examiners. That's what I've found. And regarding 3 faults as a major, any minor fault, whether it be maybe your mirrors or, minor faults, if there's a pattern, so generally it's not set in stone. Generally speaking, if you accumulate 3 minor faults, it would go up or could go up into a major serious. But it's not set in stone because we've had people come back with 4 or 5 minor faults, but they've not got a serious because they are looking at that whole 40 minutes. They are looking at the bigger picture. It's not what it used to be. Times are changing. Yeah, well done, Sylvia. Please sounds this is so much more exciting than watching the TV. Very interesting, lots of advice. Well, yeah, I hope so. It's all, advice to anybody that wants to listen to it. We're not here to tell you to do anything. We're here to give you advice, and what you do with that advice is completely up to you. We do get a lot of keyboard warriors on the channel that you do this, you do that, and they're riding a moped on a CBT. Right, okay. But, so you get out of this what you put in. So it's all free stuff, and you get an interaction from experience from not only myself but my team, because most of my team are on the chat. So Adam, what's the best advanced test to do after DAS? Do they teach you cornering? Yes, they do. Advanced is cornering and progress and stuff, but ROSPA, always go for ROSPA. Adam would always recommend ROSPA. So module 1, you can accumulate 5 more minor faults, Dave. 1 serious, dangerous is a fail, but 5 minor faults is a pass. We get a lot of naught. We get a lot of 0 faults. But 1, 2 faults, 3 faults, yeah, you're allowed 5. Module 2 is 10. Minor faults, 11 is a fail or 1 serious dangerous. So the 10 on mod 2 and the 5 on mod 1 is 15, which is equivalent to the car. 16 fail, 11 6, 16 on a bike is a fail, but you don't carry them over. Mod 1 is separate to mod 2, but you've got the 5 and the 10. Hope that helps. Dave, I've been riding a push bike for over 10 years. What are my chances of passing my CBT? Well, if you've been riding a push bike for 10 years, that's going to help you, Luke. Your lifesavers and your spatial awareness is going to be good, isn't it? Because on a push bike, I mean, I stopped riding a push bike in Manchester. I used to ride a push bike from where I live to the training school, and most of it was through the on the cycle routes. And there was only one stretch of about a mile long down in bloody Salford. Come out of the cycle place, and I said, I'd get killed. If I was to do it any longer, I was going to get killed on my push bike. So I gave it up. So if you're riding a push bike for 10 years, you're doing something right. Get an engine in there and get a motorbike. You'll love it. Very, very, very good chance of doing your CBT if you've got 10 years experience of cycling, definitely. Motorcycle leather jackets. Yeah. Great. I have leather. I have Gore-Tex. I think for the job, for what we do, it's got to be the Gore-Tex. Leather's not good for what we do. When you're out in all days, you can't be thinking of weather. You need textile. You need Gore-Tex. Graham, Adam, IM or Rosper, yeah, Ian, how tight should they fit? Tight, because a tight pair of leather pants, wear them for 6 months, you look like you're wearing a nappy, go all saggy around the backside. Leather stretches. So go for snug as you can, that's comfortable. Testing 2 sizes. Try and go for the smaller one. It's good incentive to lose a bit of weight as well. Ian, you've got a few bikes for sale. List them down below, mate. Go to Manchester. Adrian, I think he's still on his leathers. What is the parts department like in the UK for Benelli? MotoGP is MotoGB, which is based in Wigan Way. They're probably one of the biggest distributors for Benelli. To be honest with you, I think any parts department at the moment is finding it challenging because of Brexit and the lockdown and this sort of stuff. So I think any manufacturer will be struggling, which is another reason when we went for the Honda, we didn't seem to have problems with the little bits that would go wrong with the Benelli. A lot more reliable. Certainly would not recommend looking at your tank, Ian, no matter what. Get off the bike, then look at the tank. Yeah. Right, we've got 2 minutes and counting, and then I'm going to leave you lovely people alone. But once again, thank you for joining me tonight. Thanks for contributing. Thanks. Please like the video. Please share the video. And please, if you're not subscribed, don't Benelli make shotguns? I don't know. Possibly. Thanks, Lisa. Thank you very much. I like the look of the Benelli. It is. It is. Cheers, Jason. See you next week, mate. Thank you very much, Dave. Thanks for joining, and we will get another one soon, whether it'll be in a week or 2 weeks. We'll see how we're going. I know next week when we get back to it, it's going to be quite busy. How likely do you think CBT? We are starting on the 29th of March, Mark B. A lot of schools won't be starting until the 1st of April because they've sawn their bikes. And if they tax their bikes to the 29th, they've got to pay for the whole month of March. We're not doing that. We've taxed our bikes. We're going full guns blazing 29th of March for all CBTs and all training. So we're there. Great show. Thanks, G. Thanks a lot, Jamie. How do you feel about car drivers keeping their feet on brakes with AD license? Yeah, there's a lot of bad car drivers out there. Cheers. Thanks for the help, Adam. Welcome, Stephen. Luke. Yeah, good. Donna. Thanks very much, Donna. We'll see you again. Cheers, Rob. Jamie, well done. Come and see Graham in Manchester, Jamie. You won't be disappointed. Thanks, Beverly. All the best. Ian. Muddy Harper, Mark B. Cheers. 30 seconds. Adrian's got textile, has he? Fantastic, Sylvia. See you all soon. See you all soon. Have a great weekend. Stay safe, everyone.